everybody on the new team member Blitz.
Yes, I'm new. So I'm new to the Blitz and to everything. But I'm happy to be coming in at this time to be able to offer this to different people. Um, what I've noticed with more people that I've approached have been wanting to just buy the product, not actually buy into doing the actual business
Right.
yet.
That's
Um, so that's been my only hiccup that I've noticed.
okay. That's not a hiccup. That's a good thing. So
Oh, okay.
for most,
Okay.
you're doing great. That's good. We're mostly a product-driven business. So this Blitz time, this is new for us, and we're not a recruiting business. You know, we meet people where they are and what they want from us, but sometimes it just makes sense for people to know about the business too, especially if they're ordering a bunch of things. And we say, you know, this will help them to buy more Juice Plus groceries or to be able to buy for
Mhm.
themselves, you know,
Mhm.
or there's somebody who will share. So those people are the perfect people to have on our team. So you're doing fine if you're able to share Juice Plus and create curiosity and create interest. So what kinds of objections are you facing?
Um, just time. The people that I contacted, because I'm an essential worker, are essential. So they're not working, and they're working even more than what they normally work.
Yeah,
So their thing is, I don't have time to even do what I gotta do to try to even. I mean, that's just what they've been saying. I mean, I don't. Maybe later, or maybe once this is
yeah,
over, and I'll be able to focus, because it's like, okay, um, but you want to be dedicated if you choose to do the business, without like saying don't do it if you don't really have time. But you want to be dedicated if you're going to do it, to be able to not just have a return, but be able to get the word out, as well as be able to provide the information for the company. So they just don't feel like, well, I don't want to commit to it, and I won't be able to really do it that much. But I was telling them, you can take it with you to the office, and to, as well as to like different places, because what's happening is an immune issue. And this is something that can help your immunity. It can help your overall health and stuff like that. So that's where, well, I want to use it and see, and.
right. Okay. Well, first of all, welcome to the team. You're doing a great job. And I love your passion, you know. But people, there's a saying, people who go into, say, McDonald's, they don't want a Big Mac, French fry, and a franchise. So, you know, our main superstar is Juice Plus. So if you can get them on Juice Plus, then they can
Okay.
start experiencing it and become a raving fan. So
Hmm.
the
Right.
way it lays out is about 85% of our people are customers, and then about 10%, if I'm getting this right, 10% see the business eventually. 5% see
Hmm.
it right away. Is that right, Nalani? Because I remember we used to talk about that all the time, and now but not everybody will see the business right away. Some people will, so it's good to talk about it a little bit, but just don't hammer them on it. Don't think that
Hmm.
that is
Of
like what
course.
we're doing. We're actually mostly getting people on Juice Plus. Okay.
I have a
Mm.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a friend that wants to be a rep, and I put it in Boxer, and I'm sure everyone's busy. Um, she wants to become a rep. She is not a customer. She knows about the product because I'm always talking about it. I took her to the salad parties. She came to two.
Good.
Um, but I don't know, she hasn't budged with buying it, but she does want to become a rep.
That's
Is she
okay.
allowed to be? Is she
Yeah.
allowed to be a rep because she's getting her wellness, nutritional wellness license? She's an occupational therapist, and she comes across a lot of like kids with deficits and a lot of parents that want to have kids to have a better diet just because these kids are very picky eaters.
Yeah. I mean,
So
she might look at us. Sorry, I don't know what that was. She might look at other things that we have and say, oh, I want a tower garden, I want the shake, I want. So don't worry. You know, whatever people say right in the beginning doesn't mean that's what's going to happen later. Once they get in the community, they start hearing people talking about this or that, they're going to want some of the products, you know.
So she's allowed to get on as a
Sign her
rep.
up. Sign her up.
Okay. She
And
wants to do it right away, so I'm gonna sign her up. Okay.
Oh, nice for you. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Because once people get in the community, they're gonna love different parts of it, and you just always want to expose people to what we do. You know, what we're all about, what our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world, what our products are, our simple changes, you know, our customer group, all those different things, the events that come up. Like we have 2 huge events this week, Thursday night, Friday night. Doctors who, you know, recommend Juice Plus and are fantastic at presenting it. So just keep plugging her in. Say, okay, so part of what I'm going to be doing is sharing with you whatever I learn and whatever I come across, I'm going to share that with you. So for all of you who are signing up new people, just know what we do is we learn and we share. We learn and we share. We learn and we share. And we don't get caught up in the results, okay? The results will come. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Anyway, I'll let somebody else talk. Go ahead. That's a good thing.
I wanted to encourage, what's Yorketta? Is that your name?
Yeah.
I don't, is that your name?
Yes, yes, you're Keta.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to say, like, that it comes, like, with being new, I feel like it's harder to get results, so don't get discouraged right away. I've been doing it for a couple of months, and it takes time. I think everybody's been telling me that, so just passing it on to you as well. Like, it'll take time, or maybe some people take quicker than others, but just to let you know that you're not alone if you are feeling struggling, or, you know, people are saying no. Like Jules always tells me that I'm going to get more no's than yeses, which has been true.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, just remembering to think about others and how much people need it right now.
So I'm going to call on Jules. I know she's busy, but she can handle it. Jules, you hear me? I think she's frozen. Okay, there
yes, I'm here.
So, okay, so now that we have a new team member, or we're going to get one today, what are the next steps? We went over this on Voxer, so you can outline it really simply.
In a minute. Yeah, okay. So the best thing to do when you get a new team member is plug them into our system that we have to help get them started. Kurt Beaver says your new team member is never going to be more excited than in the first 24 to 48 hours that they sign up. So you want them to get plugged in right away. And we have a bunch of things they can get plugged into. We have a awesome video by Lisa Radici, which is getting simply started. And that would be the first thing. We would ask them to watch that getting started video. Then second would be getting them on a quick connection call with our national marketing directors, which are Sharon and Doug Farrar. And that can be a 3-way call, a Zoom call, or we were talking about getting Laura's new team member on the Zoom, this Zoom right before. So just getting them on beforehand and having them connected that way. And then plugging them into the Zooms that we have every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do events at night on Zoom. We do Facebook events. So getting them plugged into those events. And then there's the last one.
The Freedom Revolution. The Freedom Revolution.com.
Then on the Freedom Revolution, that's our business support website. You can go there. The password is Revolution, and go under Getting Started. And there's videos for them to watch, a success guide they can print and fill out. They could even like plug in numbers and names on their computer too with that. So if we can just get them, and all of you new people on here too, get plugged into the system and watch videos and really just start talking to people and sharing your excitement.
Right. And thank you, Jules. And the way we share is one-on-one or on an event, or over the phone, texting, however you end up talking to people, you want to share. So you want to share your excitement, just a little bit. Okay. You don't want to verbally vomit on people, just a little bit of sharing. Then you want to educate them. So you should have some videos in your texting to go ahead and send them a quick video. And the videos nowadays are 4 minutes, 11 minutes. Say, hey, I'm sending you this video. Can I give you a call later? Because you want to talk to them when it's fresh in their mind, or you want to invite them to an event. Okay, so it's your excitement. You add a little bit of your story. Hey, I love Juice Plus. This is what it's done for me. I can't wait till you learn about it. Number 2, education. Number 3, follow-up. So people get stuck on the follow-up. They don't want to follow up because they didn't set it up right when they first talk to somebody. When you first talk to somebody, you want to say when you're going to call, when you're going to connect next. Because then you won't feel uncomfortable calling later, Otherwise, you're going to feel a little uncomfortable with that, or calling the next day. So when you talk to them initially and they're very excited, that's when you want to set up when you're going to follow up. Does that make sense? Okay, so go ahead. We're gonna blitz the lunch and learn until 12:30 because we're going to an appointment, and plus we need to get off here so you guys can keep your conversations going, signing up people. We signed up, I think, 19 people so far since the blitz started, so I'm very proud of you guys. If you don't happen to have somebody, that's okay. There's no shame in that. I think that this is a great way to just make us think about the business. There is a whole section on thefreedomrevolution.com, password revolution, about what can you say to somebody about the business. But really, it's whatever's in your heart. Don't overthink it. If it's somebody, it's your best friend, your cousin, whoever. Hey, I'm learning. I want you to learn along with me. There's no pressure. And although we would love for them to lock arms with us and do this for 30 days together, there is no pressure. That if they don't want to, that's okay. They're a blessing. We love to have them on our team. So anyway, okay. So how's everything going for everybody? Speak up.
Sharon, I did something today that got me some really nice responses that people might like.
Yay! Thank you.
No problem. And it was a little early, so I didn't want to call anybody. But I also was trying to be a little bit less impersonal than with the text. So I did voice text, like a voice call, an audio. I don't even know what they're called. And I just said, hi, Sharon, I hope you're doing well. And I just talked. It's almost like if it was a Voxer message, but letting people know their order was going to ship. And I said, during this time of social distancing, texting seems really, really distant. So I thought it might be nice to hear somebody else's voice. And everybody was happy with that. So it might just be a nice way to connect with people.
So did you tell us, I was trying to mute. So did you tell us what you actually said to the people? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It depended on the person. Some people, like one was my neighbor, so I just said, hey neighbor, how are you? And I kind of chatted there, but I said, I just want to let you know, I ended most of them with, I just wanted to let you know your next shipment is set to go out on the 28th. I just wanted to check in and make sure that you were ready for it. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I hope to get to talk to you soon. Something like that.
Okay, right.
But instead of it being a text or a really early phone call, it was just a voice call or what audio, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. So it was just
and people seem to like it.
Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? That's awesome. Great. Alana, you're smiling. What's going on in your world? Oh, is she frozen or I'm frozen?
Everything's going on. Everything is going on.
I know you got a lot going on, Nalani.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. And what's really exciting is seeing members of my team who are getting some results. That is more rewarding than anything. Excited.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you're doing presentations nonstop.
Yes, but I'm stopped. I just announced it, and I had the flyers that you posted in Team Transformers. So that's what I promoted those events because those are so important. And I feel it's important when we have a team event that we go to that team event so people can get to hear other people's stories at the same time. So that's been working.
Okay, so she's not saying that she's been doing Tower Garden events, wellness events. She's doing great.
Right. Today was a Tower Garden event. Monday will be the healthy living plan with Juice Plus.
Right, wonderful. Now tomorrow there is a lunch and learn at 12 that is to help you guys get customers. So that's on a different Zoom line. And so look at the flyer. It's on the announcement parts of Team Transformers, or it's in the Voxer chat. Okay. So different phone number. It's still my Zoom line, but I made it a different number and password. So that just because it's a public event. I also made it a public event on Facebook, so it'd be easier for you guys to invite and all that. But I'm not sure if we've been focused on that. So it's okay if you don't have a lot of people, but if you could grab one or two, that'd be awesome. Okay, so Laura, go ahead.
Are you also going to be talking about the Tower Garden?
Yes, I'm going to do it.
I
and
have like 3 or 4 people that have messaged me. I haven't really necessarily gotten them to really respond once they ask me the question. Question is usually, what's the cost?
So sometimes it's good to get on the phone instead of answering that on text.
Okay. It's hard to get somebody on the phone too, though.
Well, I know my Norwex lady says, can I give you a call? Like once I start, asking questions on text, because I'm interested, she says, can I give you a call? And that makes sense because we're going back and forth.
No, it does.
So
but I've done that before, and I don't get anything either. So I don't know.
So back to tomorrow, if you guys could be kind of outside showing your Tower Garden, I think that would be awesome too, or inside, wherever your Tower Garden is. If you want to come on the lunch and learn with somebody, or if you want to just contribute and be on there, it'd be great to have those Tower Gardens in your background. And then you could say, here's mine, at some points. I could refer to you guys and let you guys show your Tower Gardens really quickly, just like looking at it. Okay. So if that's something that can work out, I like to do things on the fly like that. So we'll see. Okay. What else? What else is going on, guys? Questions? I don't have to pick on people. Sorry. Throat. Okay.
Sharon.
So,
yes.
I guess.
Hold on. The first Sharon person, go ahead.
I'm going to say Summit. Oh no. You guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Some encouragement about, I know, do we have until midnight tonight to get our team member where they waive the fee?
That's what I saw, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we still have, for anybody who hasn't got a team member, I know I asked a total of 7 people if they wanted to join my team before I found my one. So I think that, and this is encouragement for your Keta too, that you will get a lot more no's than yeses if you're doing the work. And so just know that it's not about our business, and it's not about our products. It's about it being the right time. And sometimes it's just not the right time, and that's totally okay. We have to respect that with other people. But at the same time, to not give up, because there's a line from here to infinity, and every 10, 20, 30 people, someone's standing with their hand up and they're waiting for you to ask them. And that's what happened with my girl that said yes. She's like, I think this is like a God thing. I think this is time for me to say yes. And I thought I might not have found that out if I got discouraged with the first 6 people that told me no.
True.
And that goes along with everything in life and in our business, with asking people, if they want to take Juice Plus, if they want to buy a Tower Garden, if they want to join your business, it's not about you or the products, it's about it being the right time for them. And so you just can't give up on people, and you can't give up on yourself.
Right. I talked to somebody today, and she was telling her husband, she's like, she's been so patient with me. It's been about 3 years. So, and I think she was talking about the Tower Garden, but that was funny. So, you know, be in it for the long game. Don't like burn any bridges, because sometimes it takes a while, you know. You never know when people are going to come around. Like Doug got the two trio orders. Go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't going to tell about the trios.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who was
Don't look
who was
at the
that
screen.
from? Again? The trios.
The Amber
Who did that?
Duncan.
Oh, yeah, Amber. That's right. Yeah, I've been sharing forever, and then all of a sudden she contacted me.
Oh,
But I was going to tell about my cousin. He's a Juice Plus customer, and I've been wanting him on the team, and we've been kind of talking about it. So I called him up, and I said, hey, you know, now's a special time. There's a special promotion. It won't cost you anything. He's a chef at a country club, so apparently they're still cooking for the members. So he slammed at work because he had to lay off his whole staff. And then his wife has 10 and 11-year-old boys at home, and she's just all involved in that. So he says, you know, now's not just the right time. You know, man, it's just not the right time. So I feel like, now was the perfect time for me. But for him, it isn't. But it moved that conversation further. So now when it is the right time, it's even more confirmed that eventually he's going to be on the team. So like Sharon said, it's you know, just not burning bridges. There's never a solid. Sometimes there is a solid no. I got one of those last week, but usually it's just not now. You know, and keep that in your mind. And those of us that have been doing this longer, we have a bigger list of not nows, and it's kind of exciting because, man, there's all this potential, and you never know. You just never know when.
Oh my gosh, you were muted. I was muted.
No, I heard you.
Did you hear Doug, or did I just know him?
We heard Doug. We heard Doug.
Yeah, we heard him. Ariana's hand has been raised for a while.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd heard Doug because I moved the computer and I guess then it muted me. Okay. Oh my gosh, I was gonna get killed. Okay. Just kidding. Don't worry.
How dare you?
Somebody had a question. Ariana? Yay.
Yes. Hi, guys.
Hi.
My name's Ariana. So I'm struggling. Like, you guys are talking about recruiting people, right? And I'm newly recruited. I've been taking Juice Plus and my kids for like 6 years. So like, I'm sold on the product. What I'm struggling with is actually what you just brought up about how do you manage your time in the beginning to get trained enough to be able to sell it? Because I'm still working right now from home with 2 little boys. I have less time than I've ever had, yet I feel more motivated right now than I ever have because, you know, community is top of mind for people. You know, I run a business. I train people all day long on how to sell and how to talk to people. And I literally cannot make my own first phone call or put up anything on Facebook and like, it's hard for me. And like, I don't know what this, like, it's just a hard thing. So I don't know if anybody, and you could do this offline with me, has any like, or remembers their first post on social media or their first phone call or, you know, anything. Like, I'm okay with the no's and I understand the sales process, but for some reason, for me, it's just like been like, I cannot rip this Band-Aid off. And I don't know, I'm just struggling with it. So if anybody has any advice or anything, I'm now in your group Voxer. I'm also on Voxer myself, but I'd love to hear from people. Just, I recognize how hard it is, but I'm really like in it right now. And I really do believe this is an unbelievable time. And because I'm talking to all of my clients anyway, right? Like, I'm talking to them about my existing business, and they're struggling, and, you know, they're from all different walks of life. So I'd love just any pointers anyone had, and also to say hi and introduce myself. And I'm really, really excited about it.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
I think as long as you're authentic, if you say, I've never been busier in my life, I've never had such little time, but I've never been so motivated to have my family be healthy, and I feel really good about that. And if they say you don't want to, like Sharon said, you don't want to word vomit on people, but if you're authentic, it doesn't matter what you're talking about, people want to hear it. So if you were super excited about underwater basket weaving, I mean, talk about that, but thankfully you're excited about Juice Plus. So I would just be very vulnerable and honest with people and let them ask you questions after you say that. The big thing is you don't want to sell anything to anybody. You want to share your heart with people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally does. And the thing that I think that I'm also struggling with is I'm not like an overshare on social media anyway, right? So I understand the importance of it. So I also have to get myself a little bit more comfortable with that, because I'm very like, I shared about my business and people like, I do very high profile events in New York City, right? So people are used to following me for like pretty pictures and things like that. So like sort of starting to share more personally also on social media is a little weird thing for me. Like I share a little bit about my kids, but I'm not someone who's like constantly posting updates, right? So like
Sharon
could be a little bit different.
Right. Sharon could tell you I am the first person to not be personal. I almost ate her face off when she posted a picture of me on Facebook years ago. True story. I don't know how she even still talks to me. But I don't think you have to make it about you. Make it about what you're thankful for. You know, like put the gummies in your kids' hands. And on the Freedom Revolution in different places, there's social media ideas, but you can put, you know, your kids' hands out, or you can have one of my girlfriends posted a picture of her wine and had the Juice Plus behind it, and she just wrote so thankful for these every day. She's not even a rep or a partner, but I think if you do take pretty pictures with events, pop them into your pretty pictures and just say something like, rainbows make pictures even prettier. So glad I eat the rainbow every day. You know, something like that. That is really who you, just be who you are.
Thank you.
I hope that makes sense. You're welcome.
Totally.
I think Nicole might have had advice for you. That was perfect that you guys connected. So you guys should connect on Voxer, because when you were talking, it totally reminded me of Chris. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. You guys need to talk.
I was the worst.
But I had posted it in Team Transformers. It wasn't on the wall.
She didn't do anything wrong. I just was being a complete bat SHIT psycho, because the idea of my face being on social media that I was one of those people was more than I could handle.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so good. You guys are connecting. Okay, Nicole Fiel, and I'm going to tell you, Doug and I are going to the doctor's office at 12:30 for my neck. Sorry. And you guys can ask me questions about that later. But you guys are going to need to keep this rolling. I'll keep my computer open while I'm at the doctor so I can record it. But I just want to let you know that. So now Nicole, then Janie, you've been unmuted. I don't know if you have something to say, but go Nicole Fiel, then Janie.
Thank you, Sharon. You're the best for doing that, and I hope your neck feels better. So, Ariana, what I want to touch on your question, because you had a complex question, is on how do you learn? How when I learned, when I started 7 years ago, I was still working full time. I had 2 little ones, and any spare moment when they would take a nap, when they would be sleeping, I will have my used to be another app, and also the Wendy Campbell website has been very helpful for my training, besides what we are learning now more from our actual team. But for when it comes to what I really enjoy about this, that is so duplicatable, it's so simple, and you just personalize it to yourself, where I don't have to think, because back then I had no idea. I did not know. I do nothing pretty. Honestly, I just do things. I don't have that pretty eye like many of you do. And I just post. That's who I am, and that's what it is. But thanks to the duplication, and that I just copy and paste, and I put whatever sounds like me based on what they shared. That's number one. Number two, when I was doing laundry, when I was showering, any spare 10, 15, 5, 2 minutes that I will go to the bathroom by myself, I will have all these recordings already set up. So I just have to click and listen, because I think that's one of the things you mentioned that you are finding hard to do, to learn and expand your knowledge. And I love that, because beyond sharing from our heart, we do get better as we are learning on how to, do it to another level. So yes, our heart is super important and they want to connect with you from your heart, but then we want to get professional. Let's put it, at least that's one of my focus. And so the only way I have found that to do so is practicing, and also like you are asking, just connecting to Wendy Campbell, to everything that Sharon shares. Douglas, like my mentor, who is Michelle, my direct line, Michelle Fletcher. Like I'm constantly listening to whatever they're saying and mimicking everything they're saying. So any spare moment that you have, just plug in on your ears, and that's the only way. Even if 30 minutes is divided in 5,